Well, it's springtime here and the grass is greening up. We've got a bumper crop of dandelions and we're making a little bit of progress on our checkerboard here. It's not exactly level, which you can't hardly tell from this angle, but so we're gonna have to level it up a little bit on this left side. And then I think we're gonna try to do sod. We are not anywhere near the last freeze here, so we'll have to figure out grass planting time. This is our pile of rubble that's gonna become a pathway somewhere maybe. It's quite tall, as you can see, but it's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure out a way to move it and reuse it. But it's a beautiful day here today. So this is what we've got going on today. We've got our plumber Eric here and Steve from SOS Drain Opening, and they are doing some forensic type plumbing for us today. They're looking, apparently there's no plumbing plans on file with the county, which isn't a surprise. It was a long time ago. So in order to be able to maybe use some of the plumbing that's already here, we've got to have the drains scoped with camera and see where they go. And then possibly the plumbing inspector will let us use some of that. We're not going to try to use any of the water lines at this point because they're so old, but if we could use some of the drains, that would be great. So anyway, they're here today doing that, so we'll see what they find out. So how did it go with the plumber?
Well, pretty good. We had Eric from Apex Plumbing out here and Steve from SOS. And Steve, really both really good guys. They were trying to see if there was any of the plumbing here that we could use. So if you look over here, you see all the little orange dots on the floor. They were trying to figure out where this drain line goes. And what they determined was, you can kind of follow the path. It comes from there, goes over here, goes over here, goes this way, and then eventually goes out underneath the slab there where that orange dot is at. Okay. So there was some thought about maybe we could reuse some of this. So they put the camera, he had a camera that he put down the pipe and he kind of looked to see the condition it was in. There was some debris in it that he got out, but then when he got to here and he got to this, we did the same thing on the other side. There's actually a drain line that comes here, goes all the way out the building. On the other side of this big wall is that big, huge retaining wall that's like 10 feet high and it's full of dirt. So maybe we'll go outside after this, I'll show you. Okay. We found out where the drains come out from the building. Well, it looks like there's a problem. It looks like the drain, the pipe is supposed to be flowing downhill, 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 downhill. And this in here does. All this flows downhill, downhill, downhill. However, outside, it looks like it goes downhill and back uphill, which is not gonna work. So, and even this pipe, as they were looking at it, they're saying, I don't know, like, we're not sure it's gonna meet current code. So we thought we could maybe use some of the drain line, but instead I think we're gonna abandon it, and we're just gonna put in our own they'll trench in here and put in our own drain lines. The water lines are here too, and we did have our water turned on. However, none of these were ever hooked up, so we'll probably abandon the water lines that are here. It doesn't match our layout anyway, but and the water lines we'd probably run up overhead and down through the walls. That way, if you ever have a leak, right now we're planning on pouring concrete in here, so if you have your water lines underneath the slab or underneath your concrete floor, you ever have a problem, then you have to dig it up. So if you can keep it up overhead, that's better. So water lines we're gonna do up overhead anyway. The drain lines, they determined that it probably would be best to abandon them. So it's a blank slate.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yes, but it's okay. I mean, the other option they said is, you'd have to, you'd seal it and you try to pressure test it with air, see if it holds air. You have to do a laser level. You have to dig up a few spots and laser level to to prove that it all flows. And they said by the time you do all that, if you end up having a problem, you probably would have been better off just doing it anyway, because a lot of the stuff's in the wrong place. So like, for example, they got some of these like, oh, here's a drain line. Well, we'd have to go someplace else and tie into the existing drain line that's there, and it's probably pretty old, and who knows how you'd make that connection. So it seems like it's just better to run all new plumbing, drain pipes, water lines, everything will be new. So
But we do have water now.
Oh,
so we
yeah.
don't have to haul water from our condo anymore.
That's true.
For
We
various uses.
actually, let's walk over here. You'll see where the water comes in. In fact, I'll even turn it on if you want to see. I don't know if I should. Might not be able to get it turned off.
And we have several access points to water, right? Outside.
Yeah, this is our main water line. That's water.
Ta-da! Okay, that's exciting.
Yep, water in the building. So yeah, that's the main water line coming into the building. We checked all the different places outside as well, and everything worked. There are a few that were kind of hard. What do they call those? The tall pipes that have like the big handle on them.
It's like a faucet.
Yeah.
It's probably a more technical
It's
name.
like an outdoor faucet they're made to be outside, and the actual valve is way down underground. So we tested those and they work. We have water in the barn, aka Jana's new art studio to be, and we have water by the garage. We have water over here on the other side of the house. So all the water works, and the good news is the fellow who came to test it or turn it on, he turned it on and watched it, and he said the dial's not moving, there's no leaks. So we're pretty happy about that. So we have water, we have no leaks. We have water that comes into the building. So that's where all of our water all the water lines will start from this location, which is basically going to be our utility room anyway. You can see over here, see the orange markings on the floor. We also found out, this is a drain line here, goes this way, makes a funny turn, goes here, and then it goes underneath the wall. And we tried to dig up a hole here to get down to it. This dirt is really hard, but it goes out, and I guess we'll go outside and show you where it comes out there if you want to see it. So, okay. Okay. I did that for William. So I was telling you okay, see this pipe? So that is the pipe that comes out from inside. That's the drain pipe. If you notice, it's supposed to be going down, and it's obviously pointing upward. So what we believe is this big retaining wall section here, I don't know if you get a big picture of it, but that's a big old section of that pipe runs underneath there. All that dirt's piled on top. So that drain is probably unusable because it's not gonna flow. So what we're thinking is and I'll show you the other one. There's one more over here. I didn't even know that was a drain, but that's a drain from inside. There's another one over here that we had seen before. I thought that was maybe just for, water flow off the roof or something.
Oh, not from the actual
Yeah, but
house.
that actually is from the house. And there's one there. There's actually one right up here. You can see it with the cap on it. And we took that cap off and it's totally filled with stuff. There's evidently the end of it is here. I didn't even know that, but they found it was like, oh, there's the bottom of it.
Oh, yeah.
So some animal got up in there and they've made a nest up in there. But this one too, as we look, it's totally clogged. It too appears to kind of slope the wrong way underneath that wall. So we just thought, abandon it, and then we'll just run a new drain line. Instead of having 2 drain lines, we'll have 1 drain line, and it will come out over here. So everything from the house will, oh crap, sorry. there's a Canadian goose there.
Where do you
Scared
think he
us.
lives up there?
We don't know, he likes that spot. Lives right up on top of the wall. But yeah, so we're thinking that the drain will come out here. Our septic system is right here.
He's not happy.
No.
She, I guess.
Our septic system is right here, so that was kind of shocking, huh?
Jeez. Oh, she might have babies up there or something.
Maybe.
Oh, okay, sorry. Back to your story. Septic that we're gonna abandon.
Yeah, we've been told that tank probably isn't, it's cracked on the lid, and it's probably not going to be able to use it. But the new septic tank could be next to it, and we run from some spot up, we tie everything together, we come out here and we tie into the new tank. We also come out from the barn. It's all new piping, all the right elevations and everything, so probably better to do that than try to reuse what's there.
So maybe we get rid of all of this.
Yeah,
lovely
those pipes were not,
here.
they go into the house and they go down, they come out, and they pop up into the middle of the building. We're not sure what they're for. It could be something related to, like they're going to do an ERV system, like a air exchange type system. We don't know, but we're not sure we need them really. So we'll figure it out. But they're in already. Those go down, they come up. So, oh, let me show you one more thing here. Up here, whenever Steve was here from SOS, we know we have a French drain over here that's it seems to be plugged, because whenever we had water flowing, it didn't look like anything was coming out of it. We have a little bit of water inside, and we believe that's what the prior owner said was related to that. But if you look down here, see the black pipe? Oh, yeah. Don't go too far, honey. It's slippery. This black pipe is the French drain. There's another white pipe here, and we found out that runs to the little drain that's in the patio area. This one, they ran a camera down through. It looks to be fine. It's just for groundwater from that. It's just really just where we're going to put that covered patio. There'll be a little drain there, and that will actually work. It'll flow out here. This one appears to be, it's that black pipe that's kind of perforated. And Steve ran a camera up through there, and he got up to right up here. See where this little green thing's at? He put that in, and that pipe is smashed. He gets to there and it's totally crushed. Well, if you look, that just happens to be where the road was at. So probably a concrete truck drove through here, smashed that pipe. That's probably why that French drain is not working. So Steve's thought was, that's the wrong kind of pipe, he said, to use anyway. He said, I'd probably follow this, see where it goes up to that, see where it goes, replace it with a different type of pipe. He said Schedule 40, which is like the white PVC pipe with 2 holes in it. So they'd put that in and see if that solves your problem. Because he said this pipe is probably not really worth saving. Didn't look like they wrapped it in any kind of fabric or anything too, so it's probably plugged up. It's smashed, so probably may not even flow at the right angle.
But didn't you guys talk about the pond liner on the roof maybe solving that issue anyway?
Yeah, that's right. John from Formworks had recommended that we put a pond liner on the roof, and that will help to get the water away from the roof. That could solve some of this problem anyway. He said a lot of times the French drains, they don't work all that well anyway, but the best way is just to get the water away from where it's supposed to go. So what we do at the roof could help solve this problem. We also have that other pipe up on the roof that we have to investigate, but it shows some water in there. So that's all I got.
All right.
Beautiful day. You're a little windy.
A little windy, yeah.
Supposed to snow in a couple days.